Hello, welcome to OMAT. I am so glad you're here. I was thinking this morning about how to get stuff done, and I really want to share my thoughts with you. Here's what I used to do. How do I get stuff done? I do the things I'm good at, and I get them done all day in a flow. Look at me, and I cross things off my list, and I'm so good at everything. And then the stuff that I'm not good at, I avoid, and it accumulates. And I would like to say that I ignore it. I did not ignore it. It was on my mind. I couldn't go to sleep. I woke up late, or I woke up so early, but I couldn't function. All of that stuff adds up, but it's uncomfortable to do stuff that I'm not good at, that I don't want to do, I don't feel like doing. So what I did was I made up a rule. Every day, I'm going to spend some time doing an uncomfortable thing. And it was going to be, I might have to ask for help in order to do it. It might take way too long, and that feeling, it's going to feel awful. But as I did it, ta-da! What you think happened, happened. The more I do it, the more I became comfortable with that feeling of discomfort of doing something when I don't feel like it. So I've gotten better at doing things when I don't feel like doing it, because I placed myself in that situation, and we are what we repeat. So let's repeat. First, we got to get to know ourselves. Let's get present so that we can be in this time, in this space. What does that mean to you? For me, sometimes it means, hey, put your arms down. Okay. Sometimes it means put your arms up. Okay. But now I'm conscious of where I am, what I'm doing. I'm a little more aware, noticing myself. And as I do that, I can get into these practices that were absolutely uncomfortable when I first started doing them, but became comfortable, very useful, and taught me how to do uncomfortable things 1 minute at a time. Here we go. Let's practice. Gratitude? No, I didn't want to practice gratitude. I avoided it when Oprah said she had a whole bunch of things to be grateful for. I was like, good for you. I could be grateful for things that you have also. I was very much not into it, and I did it in discomfort. So let's practice it, whether you're uncomfortable or not. Let's look for something to be grateful for, to see what it feels like, to get more used to and comfortable with it. Let's do it. Let's wrap for now. Having some water. And as always, practice makes progress. We used to say practice makes perfect, and then we were kind of all aiming for perfection, falling short, of course, because we can't do it, feeling bad about ourselves. Bad cycle. Practice makes progress. Progress, not perfection. Let's keep going. Let's take a break from the mental chatter that happens to us, right? So it feels like we're not in control of what we're thinking about, what comes into our mind. Here's where we are practicing that control. How would you like to be in your mind for the next minute? Let's practice that. Sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, breathe. As we come back, let's find our water. And remembering we are practicing. Nothing has to happen right now. We are practicing doing the things that are useful in our mind and body. Let's keep practicing. We're going to practice writing. What we're doing is actually physically practicing writing, but we are also practicing moving the stuff from our mind to a different location. So we're practicing having a thought and putting it down somewhere else. And then we see, maybe it feels like something, maybe it feels like nothing, but it is a practice of maneuvering, of having a little more control. I'm going to write right now. Let's see if it happens. Write one or more words right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding water. Now, the practice of writing, whether I feel it or not, is helping me organize the thoughts in my mind. And that's the thing. I don't have to feel like anything. That's not what is governing my next move. Let's keep going. Let's go into the yoga stretch. Really, sometimes I don't feel like doing yoga, even though every time I've done yoga, I loved it. Didn't just like it, I loved it. So let's do it whether we feel like it or not, as long as we're not hurting ourselves. Stand if you can stand. Let's start the sun salutation with inhaling our arms up. Keep inhaling as long as you can, reaching up as much as you can, dropping your shoulders though. Don't have them by your ears, and then fold forward when you're ready. We're going to hang over our feet. Our arms are nice and loose. Our neck could be loose if we shake our head no or yes, and then halfway lift with a flat back, look up. Let's get into our high plank. Plant your palms down where they are on the mat or ground. Step your feet back into a high plank. Feel that strength before you lower all the way down to the ground. Once your whole front of your body is on the ground, push against the floor and your chest comes up, your head comes up, look up. And hips up into down dog, upside down V with our body, getting our heels as close to the mat as we can. When you're ready, walk forward with your feet towards your hands and then start rising up, meeting the palms above the head and exhaling them down to the center of the chest. If you are behind, that's fine. If you're a couple poses behind, if you added some poses, took away some poses, either way, you get to have water, have some. And let's move forward with our warm bodies. We just warmed it up, getting upside down a little bit. And now we're going to get into the plank pose. If you need your knees down today, fine. On your forearms or your hands. But let's agree to do it and get up in the pose together in 3, 2, 1. Start your minute of plank right now. Don't feel like it. Do it and then see if your feeling changes. That is 10 seconds. Now, if you're hurting yourself, of course, stop. We're not trying to get injured. But if you're feeling okay up in this pose, keep going. That's 20 seconds. And what is okay for you in that pose? The fact that it's challenging, that seems like it might be okay. Let's meet that challenge for 30 more seconds. We're more than halfway done. Let that generate through your system if it's going to help you stay in this pose. Conjure up what you need for 20 more seconds of this. Where do you find your strength? Let's experiment with this. How do you need to talk to yourself? Are you breathing? For 10 seconds, find whatever you can. Let the mind and body work together. And this is as strong as we can do for now for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. That's what today's plank looks like. That's what the plank looks like for now. Let's come down off our plank, maybe stretch our way back, find our water. Find a little bit of credit. It is a very challenging pose. It uses all of the muscles in our body. That's why I chose it to be there, because it's a little shortcut. It's working out the whole body right away, as soon as you get in there. Let's get into breaking some procrastination. So like I said earlier, if you're going to do something that you don't feel like doing, you don't want to do, this is a place where we can practice feeling that discomfort and doing it anyway. Break down a big task into the smallest task. Find the smallest thing to do and do it now. Let's wrap for now. Finding the water. Finding that in 1 minute, you might not be able to log the kind of progress that is, earth-shaking, life core changing. Of course not. But the change that happens is you might not have felt like doing it, but you practice doing it anyway. Let's keep going into connection. This week, one of my connection moments was I actually just sent a heart to a friend, because in the last text, I sent a wall of things, she sent a wall of things, and I didn't want that practice to be, unless I have a wall of things to say to this person, I won't connect. So I practiced connecting in a different way. Connect by sending a hello, connect by sending a wall of something, connect to someone, or to at least a thought of who can I connect with. Let's look for some kind of connection right now. Let's wrap for now. Find the water. And find maybe the vulnerability of even thinking about connection with people might feel uncomfortable. Let's be okay with that discomfort right now and understand that that is for now. Let's shake it off in our final exercise here. Do any kind of exercise, whatever your body allows to and gives you permission to move. Let's work that out. Walking around, jumping jacks, moving just your arms, whatever you could move. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, move. Now, if you started with one exercise, you could switch exercises every 10 seconds, make it less intense, more intense. It doesn't matter, but move. We've been doing it for 10 seconds now. And this is the final exercise. Let's get into the final exercise. If you haven't started, start now. That's 20 seconds. We're almost done as soon as we start. So what kind of energy do you want to put into this? Knowing that we only have 30 seconds from now. That means we are more than halfway done. What kind of energy just for now can you put into this exercise? Let's see what you got for 20 more seconds. Mind and body working together. Giving whatever you have into this final exercise. And we have 10 seconds. The countdown has begun. Allow your body and mind to do whatever it can, the best it can, just for now, for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Those are the exercises. Thank you for trying them out, for practicing together. Thank you for taking OMAT.